and welcome to, I guess, Coding with Belbet. I really need to come up with a name for this series. I still don't have one. But at this point, we are going to go ahead and just get into it because I have about an hour for recording, and I want to make sure I show you guys what I have been up to and the pitfalls that have been befalling me ever since. So last time, I think I showed you guys a little bit about my coding specifically for going into... You know what? I actually don't remember what I showed you last time. So we're just going to snap to what we're doing right now. Right now, I am going over the coding for a daydreaming sequence where the player, based upon the choices for sexual and romantic orientation as well as gender, is envisioning their perfect romance and life after marriage, and whether they want to have children, which will determine later on whether or not they have the option of having children. And so what I'm doing right now is trying to figure out where my foothold is, because I have not touched this in almost 3 weeks now, and I am losing my mind slowly. Okay, so what you see that I've got open here, I've got chapter 1 open in 2 parallel windows. That's because there's a lot of sections of coding that semi-copy each other. And I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, oh, why not just use multi-replace for that? The little at and then the brackets and all of that. No, because that makes giant walls of text that are bigger than this. And my ADHD can't read that. Like, I lose any efficiency whatsoever that I had with coding. Just by having those giant walls in there. So instead, we're going to go with if statements and just use that. So right now, we're working on an... we're not working on allo. Oh, right, we're working over here. We're working on an allo-ace PC. So that's allo-sexual, allo-romantic asexual, aka my sexuality. Which means they like the romance, not so much the sex portion of things, with a female spouse. So we've got one where you are a man, and then one where you are, hold on, I think the coding on this is wrong again. Let me check my notes over here. Hold on just a second. You guys can't see this, but I have notes set up specifically for dealing with the romance settings, because I will lose my goddamn mind if I try and remember every single one. I think I changed it though, so I need to go back to the startup and double check, because if I did, gender, okay, I have PC gender here. Usually have notes. From 0 through 2, or left it as 1, 2, 3. Nope, I left it as 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so we'll leave that then. Back to chapter 1. That way I don't screw things up. So 1 is male, 2 is female, 3 is non-binary for gender stuff. For the PCs and for the ROs. ROs stands for romantic option. That's a term used in the Choicescript forums. In this case, the romantic option is has lady parts. That was transgender, transphobic. Anyway, I didn't know. Basically, it means that the spouse identifies as female and has a uterus. That said, we're going to double check the flavor text here, and then we're going to check the coding against what we have over here, which is for a sexual allo-romantic PC with a, I'm gonna change that. I'm being very specific with my language here for one reason and one reason only. It actually makes it easier to keep things separate, because as of this moment, just based on this section of coding alone, I have no less than, hold on, I'm gonna count for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34 possible options for all of the combinations of the PC's romantic orientation, sexual orientation, gender, with all of the 3 possible options for the spouse's genders. That's a lot of coding. This section is huge, and it's why I haven't put up an update for the I can't think of the word, demo in a while. So basically what we're doing right now is we are on section 2 here. This would be section 1. This is section 2. Footnotes. The green hat footnote is set up. So this is how it reads with a allo. This is how it reads with an allo ace. So basically what we're doing is we have taken this whole section, copy pasted it over, and then removed any mention of the sex aspect of their relationship. And then mentioning the child, and then we're gonna copy this over here, because it's basically the same section, just a little different. We make sure that PC wants babies is true. This section stays true no matter what gender or orientation you are, because I want it to retie you back into what the character is actually physically doing at this time. Which, based on which job you have, you're doing different things, because I want that kind of, how do I put that, immersion, I guess? I don't know. For some reason, this has snuck into every fucking bit of code I have. It just doubled it for some reason when I copied and pasted shit, and I don't fucking know. Okay, so this is allo ace, so yeah. So we've got a couple of options here. We could have the baby born by our wife, by the concubine. We can adopt, so we're gonna copy and paste the adoption one. We're just gonna pop that right in there. That way it's just there. Just because you want to do it, wife doesn't mean neither of you is per child. Just going through the code. Yep, perfect. Okay, and then is there a reason I didn't... I think it's a mistake that I didn't offer this option here, so I'm going to put it at the top of the list. The idea of... got there. I think you'd be a good parent, okay. So that should be good. And then here's the wife-born one. We're gonna paste that in here. Take her from you. Yep, we can leave that one. And then this one. Again, this is as much about world building as it is about solidifying the player's choices in regards to gender and sexuality and all that shit. Because, yeah, it's good to have that clarification for the player, but it's also good to show them exactly how these kinds of relationships would function in this society, and what their options would be. And whether or not they would even have options. Because this is a dream sequence, however, a daydream, we're making it a little more unrealistic than it would actually be in the game later on down the road, in order to kind of have a rushing moment later on down the road where they realize that life is not like their daydreams and they don't get that happy ending because of the decisions that they have made. Anyway. Okay. Child for both of you. There we go. All right, so there's that one. So we can squeegee on down here. First things first, we're gonna go back up here. We're going to close this so that we don't get confused, because I will get so confused if I don't close these sections. I tried doing it with all of them open at one point, and dear fucking God, I lost my place so quickly. It was not even funny. We're gonna change that here. Female spouse. Okay. So this is Aloe Aloe. This is Aloe Ace. So we're gonna go ahead and copy this over, and then we're gonna just completely code it, or rewrite it a little bit. Other time, it's a... Why is there not a section there? Okay. To your wife's husband, then make him wear a green hat. Oh, shit. Okay, we need to copy the green hat coding from up here and place it there too. So we're just gonna do that on both sections since we don't have it on either. We're gonna close that again. I'm here. Boom, there we go. So what that does is that's gonna trigger the footnote for the green hat, which in Chinese culture, saying that you're putting a green hat on your husband is synonymous with saying you're gonna cheat on him, because the words for green hat and cuckold are pronounced basically the same in Mandarin. It's hilarious. It's just a little cultural fact I learned from reading a lot of Danmei novels. Alright, so we got those. The fruit. And you consider if you're going to give that weight. Children are precious to me. Babies. Boom, there we go. Once again, just gonna delete the fuck out of that because we don't need it twice. Something appears to be... Why are there two here? What the frick? No, go away. There we go. Okay, that looks a little better. Okay, so we ended up... This right here is some old code that I used while I was trying to figure out how I wanted all of this to break down and work. You'll see I did selectable if the bottom anatomy. Bottom anatomy refers to whether or not they have uteruses or not. Just saying. In this case, this isn't going to work because what it does is if it's selectable if it's not selectable, it still leaves it as a grayed out option. And I don't want that to be an option at all. I don't want it to be visible to them if they don't have that anatomy, because it'll take them right out of the game. So what I did instead was I went with if and then this. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace this with this one, and then this one right here. So the reason I have two of them, we're gonna put that there, and then the reason I have two of them, and I gotta fix the fucking shift tab pushes it back one, whereas shift would push it forward a indentation space. Just FYI if you ever get into that. Oh shit, what the fuck? Okay, so that's fake choice. That's fake choice. We're gonna remove that. And then, okay, so this section, as you will see over here on this side, my wife will bear a child means that instead of the PC bearing the child, the NPC does, which assumes that the NPC, since the NPC is female in this section of code, is capable of doing so. But there are several options because in this case, the PC bottom anatomy at 0 means that they have the equipment capable of siring a child. The PC bottom anatomy 2 is the same, but basically PC bottom anatomy 2 means that they have both. They have the equipment to sire and the equipment to bear a child. PC bottom anatomy 1, again, this is just a section talking about concubines, and so on and so forth. And this is if they have PC bottom anatomy 3, means that they don't have the equipment to sire a child, just the equipment to bear one. So this just skips that whole portion entirely. Because again, if you don't have it, you don't really care, you know? And so what we do is we skip the question of whether or not sperm donors are involved based on anatomy and stuff. We're gonna and we're gonna make sure that's in line with the other choices. Oop. Okay, there we go. That should be in place, and we're gonna take that out and delete that space so that they're all in a line. Because if they're not in a line, they're not going to function. Next, we're going to go to the adoption section, which is pretty much the same for every section of code. And again, I know what you're thinking. Why not just write a single section and then say go to? But I don't... That just... it feels messy, so I'm not going to do that. Boop. Oh, no. That did not work the way I wanted it to. As with most things in life, it decided to be contrary. Okay, so these ifs all need to be on the same line, which means this needs to pop back that way. This also needs to pop back that way, which means all of this needs to pop back that way. You cannot imagine the annoyingness that is getting all of this in the proper lines. I hate it sometimes. And then that, and that, and that, and that. And before you ask yourself, Belbet, why don't you just highlight and then shift tab like you were doing a few seconds ago? Because I started this and now I have to finish it because it's my punishment for not doing that in the first place. Right? That, it doesn't make any sense, but just ignore it. Yeah, that's just the way I am. Okay, so that's the adoption coding, and then concubine born is this coding, and again, this has to do with the anatomy choices of the PC, because whether or not the PC themselves is capable of birthing or siring the child determines A, what kind of concubine they get, B, what kind of, like, what happens in the daydream, so on and so forth, and so all of that. But this section happens no matter what choices they have made so far, and so it does not have an if statement before it. If if this all works, if this all works, a lot of this writing will not show on the same playthrough. In fact, depending on what genders you see, this should be just a singular page of maybe 4 or 5 paragraphs detailing your, or actually not a singular page, a run through of a few choices, detailing your little daydream. And if I can get this finished today, which I sincerely doubt I will do a test run for you, but I'm probably not going to, because if I try to run the code right now, it's going to break, and I can't deal with that frustration. Okay, so these are all correct. That's that. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we're going to come back up here, and again, we're going to close off the little carets to make this easier for my brain to understand. So we're gonna go if PC gender 3, close that. If PC gender 3, close that. All right, and we are all on the same page now. So we are going to go if PC sexuality equals 0 or PC sexuality A equals 3. If PC 0 or 3, so that's the same. Notice the comment. This is an allo PC with a non-binary spouse, and the PC is bigender or pansexually attracted. Same here, but you'll notice there are extra comments here. That's because I didn't finish the coding framework here the way I did here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to, I'm going to take you through the coding framework real quick so you can kind of see what it is I did. So this plays no matter what, and if your sexuality is 0, sexuality A is 0 here, this plays, and if your sexuality is 3, this plays. Notice this bracket here, because this is a multi-replace. If it's not this is blank instead. It doesn't play at all, so they don't see it. Most likely, if this is not playing, this is playing, and if this is not playing, then this is playing, and vice versa. And so the other one is blank, which means that the PC will only see one of these paragraphs, but this section is combined to make it easier on the coding. Now, we come down here, and the gender coding is pretty much just a little section going over the PC's place in the household, and so on and so forth. Very similar to the coding that you saw above. What breaks it down instead is when you get to the actual child thing, and there's only one for non-binary sections because it goes into all of the options and determines it based on the PC's bits, and then that way it lets the player choose what they want their non-binary spouse's bits to be for this section. Which, again, it doesn't work in real life, but this is a daydream, and so we can get away with it. All right. So this section is already coded out. What we're going to do is we're going to scroll all the way to the bottom right here. right here, and we're gonna highlight all the way up, because guess what? We can pretty much wholesale copy and paste this into, come on, wholesale copy and paste this right here and replace all of this. Boom. And the reason we did that is because we want the code framework to be the same, but we want the actual prose to be different. So this went through, and this gave us an allo, this should be allo ace, right? Allo. Yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna adjust the notes first. Always adjust your notes first. That way you don't have to question when you get to each section what you did and whether or not it's possible for you. We're gonna ace, there we go. Because we want to make sure all of the notes are in place. Okay. All right, so now we've got our allo ace male, allo ace female, allo ace non-binary. Okay, so now we're gonna go through. We're just gonna go through the prose here. This is a male PC with a non-binary spouse. Leaving the two of you to a concubine to care for your home for you. There we go. Imagine. This is a female PC with a non-binary spouse. And the options for a female PC with a non-binary spouse would be marrying into the spouse's household and having them be in the traditionally masculine role of bringing home the honor and the money while you take care of the household. Sometimes two of you married into the same household. Again, with the green hat thing, which we have in the footnotes here. Even rarer, you imagine an upside-down world where you as a woman go out and earn the money while your loving spouse stays home. Yep. Children are a blessing. PC wants babies. Same with that same bit of coding we mentioned previously. And then birthing the child. Carefully glosses over any mention of the NPC's bits, which helps a little bit. Carefully pretend that anatomy plays no part in determining if the child was sired by your spouse. Haha, that's how I get away with that. Okay. Noble-born rich man, spouses, shared husband. Therefore, there's a concubine to sire the child for you. And then conveniently die off. Okay, so in other sections in this part, instead of adorable spouse, it's either sweet wife or handsome husband. And I carefully did that in order to kind of mimic a multi-replace situation. But again, I can't really use multi-replace with this level of intricacy due to my disability. So, this child mumbling into your strict care. Leave dangerous childbirth to a concubine. You are supposed to rich and noble yourselves, and therefore there's a concubine to sire a child for you on another concubine, and then conveniently both can die off. Which isn't realistic. Would not happen in real life. But it's a daydream, so it's allowed. Okay, so then we're gonna come down here. And then if... Did it skip it? What happened? Okay, that's... What happened? Hold on. Something went wrong. You imagine the details. Oh, did it skip the PC gender 1 and 2? It shouldn't have. Okay, so we're gonna copy those. We're gonna... Okay, so if PC gender 1, we're gonna tap that back. And then... Wait, didn't it already do... It should have. Yeah, because there's if PC gender 2. And this is why you have notes. So you can compare. Okay, so here's if PC gender 1, male allo ace. Okay. Alright. Details of the ceremony, marrying to you. If they want to stay at home in the coffers. Okay, we already did that, so we can close that. And that exists. 2. Again with the green hat. Green hat. Okay, so we did that too. So PC gender 1 and PC gender 2 exist. Where is PC gender 3? That's allo ace with a female spouse. We're looking for allo ace with a non-binary spouse, which is this section. Here's 1. What just happened? That's 1. This is 2. This should be 3. Where did PC gender 3 go? We just put in this coding, didn't we? I'm sure we did. What just happened? This is how shit goes sometimes, guys. Just like FYI. Just be prepared for shit to go horrifically wrong sometimes and get confused and fucking disappear for no fucking reason whatsoever. Okay, so if PC gender 2, to come back up here, PC gender 2 has all of this, and then we come to PC gender 3. Okay, so that's what's going on. We haven't copied and pasted PC gender 3 yet. This is all PC gender 2 code. And then this needs to be if PC gender equals 3. That's what that is supposed to be. Okay. And then what is happening? Okay. I'm pretty sure this doesn't need to be here. So I'm gonna, because PC gender 2, which is this section, would have or would not have the male portion. Okay, that's the line break right there. Equivalent. This is the fake choice. Equivalent. PC babies, PC babies. Okay, and that's the fake choice. Scroll through all this. Dangerous birth to concubines. Here's we put it aside. And then... Weird, we don't have a we'd put it aside here. on this one, which we absolutely need. Are you kidding me? Why do I bother? Did that work? What? Ah, that's why. Okay. Ah, there we go. That fixes that. Okay. Wait, what just happened? What is happening right now? Okay. Okay, we are way... Alright, so that is that. Equivalency, because that's that. This is ace arrow, this is ace arrow, so that's what we just put in. And the... Why is that wrong? Oh, because it needs to match up with those guys. Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pop that there. Oh wait, hold on. No, it doesn't need to match up with those guys. It needs to match up with something else. Hold on. Yeah, okay, so it matches up with this guy, which is what it's supposed to do. Okay. Oh, but none of this matches up with the fake choice. Oh my god. This is the big pain that is coding. So everything needs to go one spot to the left. Because then it's in line with the fake choice where it's supposed to be. And then all of this is in its proper little line. And this, it's also in its proper little line, or should be. It is not. It is? Yeah, it is not. It needs to be one back. Again, tabbing is the worst. There. Okay, that fixed it. Alright, and as always, Control S, save your shit. You will lose it, and then you will cry. Alright, so that finishes up this section. Close that. Close that. And there we go. Now we're on to the ace arrow section, which if I remember correctly is the last section in this particular bit of the daydreamy section. We're gonna come up here. Okay, so we're gonna use the allo ace section for copy pasting for the ace arrow, which usually in modern media it's arrow ace, not ace arrow, but I want to keep it consistent with the rest, which I have been putting romantic orientation, or wait, no, I've been putting sexual orientation and then romantic orientation. So yeah, all right. So this is if PC sexuality equals 3, which is trying to match them up, and it's a pain in the ass. Okay, so we've got this and this in the same place. Look, they're right there. So we've got the ladder coding here. We've got the if PC sexuality A is 1. So let me explain what the PC sexuality A is real quick. That is not what I meant to click. Where'd it go? Nope, not that. This. Okay. So, here we go. I'm pulling it up right now. Hold on. Okay, I don't have it. So we're gonna go start up over here. Keep good notes on your shit, guys. Trust me, you will lose everything. Where the hell? Aha, here it is. PC sexuality refers to attraction, 0 being pansexual, so basically you're attracted to any gender, 1 being masculine attracted, 2 being feminine attracted, and 3 being bigender attracted. This is pretty much shorthand for me to tell me what to accentuate on each of the NPCs in order to make it good for those who experience sexual attraction. Okay, so in this case, if you're masculine attracted, male spouse, obviously, so we're going to copy and paste this bit, put it at this bit, and instead of a wonderful husband at your side, we're going to put a useful husband at your side. And then we're going to, this is, if the PC's gender is 1, it's a male male PC with a male spouse, female PC with female spouse, non-binary PC with male spouse. Wait, yeah, you get it. This is all male PC. This is all the different PC genders with a male spouse. This is all the PC genders with a female spouse, and then this is if the PC itself is non-binary, or if the PC has a non-binary spouse, and then the genders for the non-binary, or for the PC, are down here with PC gender male, female, and then non-binary being way the fuck down here. Right here. Okay, that's the ladder work. That's the framework we're using. So now what we're going to do is systematically, we're going to go through, and we're going to, so this is, what the hell? Oh, ace. What? Hold on. I think oh yeah, I scrolled up too far. That happens a lot to me. Okay, so we're going to pop this guy open here. And basically we're going to ignore this right here because ace arrow, you're not interested in this X at all. This is just copy and pasted from the allo ace or allo arrow. We're gonna copy this. We're going to pop that there. It runs too rich for daily wear. It's required by your families. A lasting fruitful, I guess, would be a good way. A perfect partnership born of shared competence and respect before one of you broach the subject of children. And then love children, little souls to continue the line. PC wants babies, ever practical. Again, with the extra babies. I don't know if that would actually fuck up the code, but I'm pretty sure it won't. Adoption is best choice. Copy. And then, god damn it, paste. Always children out there that need you. You have no doubt that you and your husband, wonderful parents, taking a relative's child, sweet bundle of joy. There you go. Okay. And then concubine born. We're gonna. Oh. pop. What the shit? Okay, there we go. That worked. All right, and then we're gonna copy this. Boop. Ambition towards your heart or body. One who would have no interest in the child afterwards, and that your spouse is needless. In daydreams, you mention yourself so terrifying that the woman doesn't even step foot into thoughts of stealing your husband from you. Because that would be messy and inconvenient. There we go. Who sires the child? Copy. Paste. 1 second. Okay, sorry about that. Had to pause. Alright. Here's my husband. Okay. Siren a child that would be the scion of your household. Doing it all and more. This is, I think the PC would love it more because of how, yeah. Alright, imagine the child growing, disappearing with the woman for a few days, coming back with a child. To a fault, and you love the infant. Imagine growing up. We put it aside because I need to get. No, get in the way of your lifestyle. Only in your daydreams do you put aside the fact that filial piety demands you continue your family line. Only in your daydreams do you admit that you don't want them. Only in your daydreams do you imagine a long, happy life with enough time for all that you wish to see and do. Imagine days spent in careful cooperation, the two of you stretching out those halcyon days of youth into decades of careful, of fruitful hard work, I want to say, maybe? Or would it be better machinations? Machinations might work. Yeah, let's go with that. You let those thoughts buoy you in your dark moments. Okay, so that is PC Gender 1 done. So we're going to scroll back up. Hit PC Gender 1. And we're going to pop open PC Gender 2 because we're going to need that open so that we don't lose our place. Back here, PC Gender 2, PC Gender 2. Pop open PC Gender 2. Alright, see how I did that? I am probably never going to be able to get that smooth again. So, wish me luck. Alright. Got about 10 minutes left in the video, so we will keep going. Here we go. Okay, so we've got a female ace arrow with a male spouse, so we're gonna pop this right in here. Fill over your own hair, which has been tied up in elaborate jeweled hairpins. Herald your wedding. You'd imagine 3 bells. Imagine the wedding feast where your whole family congratulates you. works pretty well for Ace Arrow. You appreciate the respect he shows, and even more so, the lack of interest in his own face. There we go. Purpose, after all, and that is to bless the young couple with babies. I have always wanted babies. Yep. Okay. Delete. There we go. Delete. That should not have space to it. Okay, again, we don't really need to go into these too much because, well, it's the same thing. Isn't it? Tie off needle and thread. There we go. Maybe we do need to copy some, because we missed this part. Alright, I think we need to pop open gender 1 and throw that in there too. There we go. Yeah, that'll help a little. Okay, come back here down to this one. Birth yourself. How? Let's think you'd be a good mother. Imagine the child growing up. Let's do bundle. Okay. Trapped from the streets. Bringing grandkids. Here we go. This one. Pop. Oh, shit. Okay. Nope. There we go. Right. Yep, perfect. And put it aside. No children need to get in the way of your lifestyle. Lifestyle. Oof. Okay, so I'm trying to make sure that the choices stay in first person, whereas the rest of the writing is in second, if only so that it kind of... There we go. Kind of places the emphasis on the fact that the player is the PC, and therefore that's how they're answering. You'll notice I also make all of my choices italics. I don't know, I just think it looks better. And that's a stylistic choice I have made. It has been a pain in the ass sometimes, just warning you if you make that same stylistic choice. It's a thing. It is definitely a thing. Okay. Alright, we're going to come back up here because I'm going to copy what I did in the first one. Here. We're going to copy. Come back up here. We're going to close it again. Lots of closing and opening. And then we're going to highlight. And we're just going to paste over it. I don't know why it decided to have it back one for some fucking reason, but sure, let's do that. Okay. We're gonna that, and now we are on gender 3. So we're gonna come back up here. I'm going to pop that closed, pop open gender 3. This is a non-binary Arrow Ace PC with a male spouse. We're going to copy and paste this. blah, blah. I didn't update the choice text on this one, so this is good. This means you get to see that, like, even with the ladder coding already set up, sometimes I fuck it up. Like, and it's good to go back and double check everything. These wanted children. Already had one. And so we'll just copy and paste this from over here. Okay, set baby's true. Copy this first sentence over, because again, in this, the allo ace and the arrow ace have this similarity in common. Did I not check this section at all? Oh my god, I am so embarrassed. Okay, why does my head hurt? Okay, so we've got about 4 minutes left. I'm gonna finish this section and then end the video there. Give you guys at least a little bit of a situational thought process, I guess. And again, just you see bottom anatomy 1 and 2 both are capable of having children of their own, and so therefore they need to be here. They have the same... The fuck? Oh my god. Function, you piece of shit. Thank you. Okay, there we go. Alright. So that's the adopted, and again, just double check to make sure there's no mentions of romance between you and your partner. Okay, yep, there we go. Alright. Adoption's always an option. Because why the fuck wouldn't it be? And if it isn't, something is wrong with everything in the world. Nope. To be one more back. Okay, so one thing to keep in mind when you're doing if statements for choices, you have to make sure that choices that don't have if statements are in line with the if statement, not the choice under the if statement. That's the proper alignment. It is not the other way around, because then you'll have if that and then both of those choices only if that thing shows up. So you got to make sure that you're careful with that. Okay. Concubine. Woohoo! Boom. Okay. Again, gotta make sure this is aligned correctly, so we're gonna tap it back and then we're gonna check. Is it in line with the adoption? It is. We're good. This is an if, or if this only shows up if these two things are true, but the rest shows up no matter what. So, in the way of our lifestyle. There you go. Okay, and then we're gonna come back up here, because again, remember we rewrote that section to work for arrow people. We're gonna just pop that there. Oh, yeah, that's in line. That's good. Okay, and then we're gonna come back up here, and we're going to close that. And since this is done, we are going to close it and mark this section as the next to do. That way when we start up again, we can just search to do and boom. Or here. Exactly. Okay. So that tells us exactly where we are and where we need to be, and that way you don't have to worry about getting lost or trying to find where you are in huge ass files of fucking code. And with that, we have reached about an hour. I am gonna go ahead and head off here. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. I'm happy to answer them, or at least link you to articles that might answer them. I definitely recommend joining the Discord server for Choicescript and the forums for Choicescript, because there are helpful people there who help you with all of this stuff and learning it. And again, my biggest tip for anyone looking to get into this, learn how to code dive into existing games that you own. That way you can see how professional coders do it. That way you have that example, oh hey, they did this and it looks like this, so that's how I do it too. Don't overwork yourself just trying to make things work. If it's already been done, don't remake the wheel, you know? Alright, thank you, Benos, for joining me very much, for joining me on this coding journey, and I hope you have a lovely day. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye.